Hello everyone, I'm a little sick today, as you can hear in my voice, and you want to know why I'm sick? Because I've been giving my power away to men. I'm going to tell this story because it's affecting me right now. About 3 months ago, I was recommended to go see an accountant because I'm a dancer, and I had kept track of all my taxes, and people were telling me, go see the accountant, you'll get more tax write-offs. So I think originally, before I got any write-offs, I owed like $7,000 or something because I had done it already on TurboTax. And then I also tried to do it through H&R Block. I was going to go in person to H&R Block, but then at the last minute I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to do it because people are telling me not to do it. So then we go over to TurboTax, and I'm able to write everything off. And I think originally, I want to say I got it down to $1,800. But I go to see this accountant, and I also wanted to set up an LLC because at my specific club that I'm an independent contractor, so we have a self-employment tax that's put on us, and I didn't want that. So I knew if I got the LLC, I'd be able to take away most of the taxes since it was going to be under my business. So I go see this accountant that I'm referred to. I drive an hour up north, and then I'm with this man in his office, and he seemed nice enough, but then he just like was acting all nervous, and he kept making comments about my looks. His picture of his wife was behind me. They had just divorced. She looked a lot like me when she was younger, like green eyes, blonde hair, and he was like subtly flirting with me the whole time. And then I let him do my taxes, and he barely does anything. Like, he just plugs some numbers into a form online, and then I think it was like $5,700 he said I owed. And I was just there like, really? And I pulled up TurboTax on my MacBook, and I was like, that's so strange because TurboTax, I think at that point I had it at $2,500. TurboTax was saying I owed this much. And I told him that I wasn't going to file my taxes with him, but because I felt guilty for wasting his time when really he wasted my time because I was the one who drove up there expecting better than that, I decided to file my LLC with him, and I didn't have to do it. I think online it's like $150 if you go through the website yourself, but I went through him and he charged me $400. And I was like, okay, at least like this man won't be mad that I wasted his time. Let me tell you what a fucking headache this man has been. So he did my LLC for me, and I'm all excited. I leave, and I'm like, yes, it'll be fine. And this man showed up at my club, and he asked me too. When I was in the office, he was like, oh, would it be weird if I came to your club? And I said, no. I didn't expect him to make it weird, though. And then he must have come like 3 or 4 times, and I did dance for him, I think the second time, but it was a little awkward because I felt like I couldn't really say no. Because the first time he was with someone and I avoided him, so I didn't have to have a personal conversation with him, but I still talked to him and said hi. I think the second time I did dance for him, but I just kept waiting for him to ask me to go into a VIP room. And that second time that I danced for him too, he made some comment about how he was just being weird, talking about picturing me naked, how it was so hard to have his self-control as I was sitting across from him in the office. Like, who do you think I am? I hate when men treat me like I'm easy. Like, I went to college. I graduated a year early. I have worked enough normal jobs. Like, I just do what I do for the money. It's not because I'm desperate. It's just easier. So yeah, he did all of that, and then there was this whole thing where I needed the W-9 for my club to give them the EIN number for my LLC so it could be reformatted and so they could give it to their accountant. So then I was asking him for the form. He was making it seem like that was a big deal too. And I did have to get the EIN number through him because I couldn't get it online, which was also frustrating. And he texted me the papers, and I think he emailed me, but I had to wait because it was during tax season, and he told me it was too busy for him to send me one fucking document. So then I wait on this document that's so important, that's so hard to get, And then he finally sends it to me. And then he shows up at the club the next week too with that same document. But not only does he show up with the club, at the club, he put it in like this orange manila folder, gave it to somebody else so that they would give it to me, but he had already given me the form. And that day I literally came in with the form printed out, and then my house mom, she was like, oh, this is for you. I was like, really? That's so weird, because I just printed it out and I told her all the shit that he had been doing, and she was like, just don't talk to him again. And now I'm having to go through behind him to my LLC because there's this button. I created my own account, but there's some button there where I don't have access to my business. He has access to my business. So now I have to go around him. I sent in an email yesterday. I'm probably going to have to deal with all of that next week. I'm just so frustrated too. And then OnlyFans needed all of my paperwork for my LLC for me to prove that it was me. And I just had no idea. Like, not only did this man swindle me out of more money and more time, and then make me think I need him, and then try to get sexual gratification out of me, I don't even have access to my own business. And I'm not going to reach out to him. This is not a conversation that I'm having with him. This is something that I do behind his back, get back into my hands, block him, and then never talk to him again. This is not this is not a teamwork thing. But yeah, I'm pissed. And it's not just this. I've been doing this with a lot of people in my life where I just think, oh, I'm so like incapable. I think that I can't learn how to do something. So then I pay somebody else to do it, and they do like a horrible job or take more shit. Like, I just don't even trust anybody anymore. I really don't. I will never trust a man to push paper for me ever again. It's crazy. Fucking crazy. I don't even have access to my own LLC. Like, if I wanted to like edit something, I can't. Oh my god. But at least he didn't do my taxes. But, you know, he has all my personal information, my social security number, my addresses, every past place I worked. So don't be like me. I'm not really that worried about him. He moves slow. I think he got his feelings hurt the last time because I didn't talk to him. So I'm not that worried. He's not going to do anything crazy. He's not even going to do anything with the LLC. It was just like manipulative of him to do, and he's probably going to wait for me to reach out to him next year or some shit. I think that's what he was thinking. I remember him too telling me that he didn't realize how smart I was until I pulled up my TurboTax already done. And then he realized what he was dealing with. But he probably thinks I'm still stupid though. Just because I haven't done something before doesn't mean I'm stupid. Because once I learn it once, trust me, I will never forget. Oh god, I'm just pissed. Fuck these men. Fuck these men. I think I only got maybe less than $100 from him at the strip club. So I'm only negative, like, because I would have already paid $150. If I got $100 from him, that's $250. So I'm only negative like $150 more. But yes, no man will ever be in charge of me again, because I feel like I really am smarter than most of them, and I just don't give myself credit for it. Anyways, look at this cute little bedspread I got. There's Reaper sleeping. He's so sweet. I tried to wash my bedspread, and then I put it in the dryer and it burned. So I had to get a new one. But yes, thank you so much for tuning in this week. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. It's down below.